okay?
Yeah, great.
Okay, good. What do you want to talk about?
Not what we're allowed to talk about on camera, so we're going to have to talk
Yeah.
about my movie. I mean, there's lots of things I'd like to talk about you, but not when the cameras are rolling.
I want to hear some inappropriate, not made for TV, off the rails crap right now.
Okay, I put some cream on my feet this morning because the skin's peeling between my toes. Like, it's coming away. It's like, yeah.
What's not made for TV about that?
I don't know.
If you told me to put it on your maybe, that would be one thing.
Okay, my daughter thinks my nipples are too low.
Your nipples are too low? Where do they fall?
Well, they're just kind of like just here, but she thinks they should be like on my pecs, not just like underneath my pecs.
Have they always been there?
Yeah, and I'm really like, I'm becoming paranoid about that. You know, when I go to the gym and I look at guys changing, I check out their nipples to see where they are. And normally I have to say they are about like a half an inch higher than mine. I think I just need to talk to a therapist about it, and then I'll just come to terms with it and just go, you know what? It's they're slightly low, and that's okay. Let's not even waste time talking about that.
When you played a therapist on Curb Your Enthusiasm, did you think I could really do therapy? I could be the therapist, or are you like, I would not want to listen to anybody and their
I
problems?
know. It's like if you've got some really serious problem or some serious obsession that's illegal, for example, then maybe you need therapy. But then you just get to a thing where you think, well, it's just someone nodding, really, and you're paying them money to nod.
Right. So what do you get out of it at the end?
Yeah, well, not a lot.
There's one thing she won't be able to say is that the guy who just said that is a
When people say, oh, I love you, you're the guy from, what's their instant go-to?
Oh, well, in England, it would be a character I do called Alan Partridge.
I've got my foot back in the door at the BBC.
Oh, are we going to see you back on the television?
Well, in a word, probably yes.
Over here, they go, hey, don't I know you, weren't you in something? That's as good as it gets over here, but that's okay.
And then what do you say?
Then I have to kind of go through my resume. I have to say I did Tropic Thunder.
Let's go and make the greatest war movie ever!
I was in Night at the Museum as a tiny soldier.
We may be small, but our hearts are large!
I was in The Other Guys as a guy who...
Guy number 3.
Guy number 4, 3 or 4.
Are you David Ershaw?
Yeah, well, it's Sir David Ershaw.
In England, I feel more well-known, but not as edgy. Here, I feel hipper, but less famous.
Which is better?
I like being hipper, but less famous because, I don't know, I feel like I'm flying below the radar rather than not very famous.
I like to think of myself as the king of the glamour shows.
We're supposed to be talking about Philomena, and we will. But I love that your movie just preceding this was about you, the porn king, and then you go to like human interest Happyville. So from porn to parenthood is basically this leap you've taken.
Yeah.
The porn king, what was it called? The Love King of Soho?
It was called the Look of Love, but it wasn't about love, it was about sex.
My name's Paul Raymond. Welcome to my world of erotica.
What's Woody Allen said, sex without love is an empty experience, but as empty experiences go, it's one of the best. Actually, what he actually said was, sex without love is an empty experience. So as empty experiences go, it's one of the best.
Was that fun?
That was, you know what? I had lots of, it was kind of crazy because I had to do lots of simulated sex scenes in beds with like 2 or 3 women at a time because it was about a porn king.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
Well,
that must have been awful
you know
for
what?
you.
At first it was fun. And then it was just relentless. The rap party when I did that movie, this girl came up to me and said, hi. I said, did we work together? She said, yeah, I did a sex scene with you. And I'm sorry there was so many. But it's nice to see you. I didn't recognize you with your clothes on. I wanted to do something wholesome afterwards. I wanted to just eat some apple pie on a veranda.
So that's what Philomena is.
With my grandma, yeah.
They've got omelettes over there.
Thank you.
Pancakes and waffles, any filling, and cereal, bacon and sausage, anything you want.
It's too early for me. My stomach hasn't woken up yet.
It's about a woman searching for her son. Is she going to find him? And he was adopted 50 years ago, and they had to go to America to look for him.
What if he died in Vietnam, or lived on the street? Or what if he was obese?
What on earth makes you think he'd be obese?
Because of the size of the portions.
When I tell people about it, they say, oh my God, that's so depressing. That makes me want to slash my wrists. And I go, no, there's a lot of comedy in there. So it's I put a lot of jokes in there so that people laugh even though it's sad. So you cry 1 minute and you laugh the next.
I had a hip replacement last year, Martin. Titanium, so it won't rust.
Otherwise, I'd have to oil you like the Tin Man.
Is that right?
Do you feel more exposed when you're not doing impressions? Do you feel like this is people really seeing the you for you?
A little bit, yeah. But then doing impersonation. I mean, I like doing impersonations. I mean, I can do that. I can do really. I am very good at it.
Michael Caine speaks to his nose like that.
His voice gets more and more croaky as he gets older. But it's like that, and when he gets angry, it gets very loud indeed, like that. It's very, very specific, but it's also it's very much through his nose.
Which one gets the girls?
When I say, my name's Bond, James Bond, 007, license to kill.
Which one gets the boys?
Dustin Hoffman?
Really?
Oh boy. Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, all right. Okay, do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. That's the. Gonna go out there and just gonna make it right straight away, like that.
Or when I can do him as Tootsie too, like that.
My name's Dorothy. I'm a woman. I don't like balls wrapped with your mouth.
Which one still makes you laugh?
I quite like doing Martin Sheen because that's so weird and odd. But I can do Martin Sheen if I squash food against the roof of my mouth because it makes your mouth smaller and
If it makes his mouth, because he speaks like this, like kind of squeaking when he gets angry. He says, I'm President of the United States of America, and when he gets angry, he gets real hoarse. His voice gets kind of squeaky like that.
What do you think? Is that good?